Welcome, Maddie Frazier with Red Door Realty.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We are definitely excited to talk about real estate investing today.
hmm
We're going to do a little bit of just a Q&A and just some pearls of wisdom for some of the people that are thinking about getting into real estate.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So, as a property manager and a real estate agent, you've been exposed to potential tenant issues, landlord issues, and so we're trying to pass along some of the information where the landlord would be able to not get burned. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So, what are some of the things that you've noticed when a landlord decides, I want to invest in real estate, and some of the pitfalls that they could avoid?
Yeah, I think the biggest one that I've experienced as a property manager was the tenant lag, or the tenant wouldn't pay their rent on time, and the landlord was expecting that and didn't have that prepared for that lag. Or if a tenant were to leave the property and before a new tenant could come in, if maintenance needed to be done, or just cleaning and stuff, and that lag of time without rent, landlords weren't prepared for that a lot. Yeah, that was the biggest one that I experienced. Another one would be just not knowing what's around them. So if there's a big vacant lot next to them and there was supposed to be a big subdivision going in or whatever, and they weren't prepared for that either, just kind of expected it to be smooth running for their tenants.
Yeah. I think that doing a little bit of research, having a good real estate agent and an attorney to check into, right?
Yeah.
You notice that that's definitely a big issue.
Yeah.
That's huge. I think that when you're able to look into those things and go into things with both eyes open, the last thing we like to see are investors that they could have saved a lot of money, or they didn't realize that those things are, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and the last thing I think, just with having a good agent that's also could potentially manage your property, is they know what's around it. And so when a tenant comes in, they can be like, oh, check out this coffee shop, or just know what's around the property and not just looking to get a sale too.
Well, Manny, what about finding like other potential options? Like, do you think that everyone that goes in and buys a property, do they know that there might even be a better property available or coming on the market?
I don't think so. I think that's the part of having a good agent with them, that can partner with them and really want what's best for them, because sometimes there's something better, or they may think that it's going to be good and it not end up being what's good for their tenants.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What would you say are like some of the best attributes or qualities for an agent that is going to represent real estate investors?
I think one that knows what they're doing and not just jumping into it, that may have experience in that, but one that's aware of what's around them, aware of what the landlord has, like the finance part, and so that they can really find them a good property, that they may have enough to buy the property, but do they have enough to fix it when stuff goes wrong? So just being prepared in that, and being able to communicate with the client.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to ask your agent questions like, how long have you been doing it? Have you ever dealt with tenants?
Yeah.
This area, what can you tell me about it? That kind of stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
What about buying properties unrepresented? Like, a lot of investors that go into it and they just buy it right through the listing agent? Do you think that's a smart move?
I think if you've done it enough, but you're not going to get the best value for your property if you're not going with somebody that does this for a living.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Maddie. This is great. Maddie is a very seasoned real estate agent with real estate investment experience. And, if you guys have any questions about real estate investing options, what the numbers look like, we can point you in the right directions with accountants and all that. So keep investing, grow that money.
Thank you.